Celebration of the Element Santa Clara Hotel. It's great to see so many friends and colleagues and some new faces today. We really appreciate everyone joining us here to celebrate the opening of this special new hotel, which we're very excited to share with you. My name is David Millard. I'm a partner at Washington Holdings, and on behalf of the entire Washington Holdings crew here today, I'd just like to start out by thanking Jordan Austin, our general manager, and her team for hosting this event. As we've come to expect, they really do an exceptional job, and they have not missed a step here today. So thank you, Jordan. We appreciate your hospitality as always. So, but before getting further into the list of people we'd like to thank for their contributions, I wanted to share just a little piece of the history of this venture with you leading up to the hotel's opening on August 9th. When Washington Holdings acquired the Mission Park Business Park, which this property and the adjacent marketplace are part of, the date was October 2013, so that was 6 years ago. And the site we're standing on was occupied by a couple of single-story office buildings, and our adjacent Mission Park Marketplace Retail Center was occupied by an older 44,000 square foot executive center. And I think it would be fair to say, and I don't think I would hurt anyone's feelings in saying it, that the old executive center had seen better days and needed to be retired. So from the outset, there was always a thought that this building and some portion of the single-story office buildings along Wyatt Drive would be redeveloped. At the time, there was no specific plan in place, and nobody was suggesting a hotel might be part of that program. Our investment strategy existed as a PowerPoint presentation that my colleague Chad Christensen and I put together, but we literally did not have approval for buying hotels, let alone building them. So to be honest, I'm not sure when the first time somebody said, "What about a hotel?" came up. I want to say it was Brent Lauer who's standing there. Brent, raise your hand. So Brent, by the way, really deserves the credit for achieving of the redevelopment strategy and the oversight of the overall project. But it was around January 2015 that we just started discussing what about a hotel in earnest, and the question was put to a couple of us who were in the quote hotel group that really didn't exist, and the question was, could we assemble a team, secure a franchise agreement, find the right management company, and build our first ground-up hotel on this site? Given our experience, might not have seemed like an obvious answer to everybody, but for Chad and me, the answer was obvious. We said, absolutely, yes, we can do that, and let's go do it. So we went for it. So it's setting out to do that in the first half of 2015. A number of names kept rising to the surface. Evolution Hospitality, Gene Fong and Associates, the Tynan Group. These were names that repeatedly were mentioned by our peers as best-in-class prospective partners for this venture. Later it was Linda Snyder and Associates, our interior designer, Smith & Smith Landscape, and ultimately South Bay Construction that became the clear choices to design and build the hotel. The big question we couldn't resolve was what brand were we going to go with? We really liked the idea of doing an extended stay hotel, but the biggest extended stay hotel brands, Marriott's Residence Inn, Hilton's Homewood Suites, were not available. And the only other extended stay brand we had identified in our strategy was the Element by Westin, which was a Starwood brand at the time. Some of us were familiar with the brand. We really liked its commitment, being green from the ground up, which is a core principle that we've incorporated here. We liked the focus on healthy living, but it was a new brand, and Starwood had sort of stumbled out of the gate with it. It was definitely not a household name. In fact, there were more than a few people within Washington Holdings who basically just said, "What the hell is an Element?" So we were not deterred, and we decided that ultimately, after considering a number of alternatives, Springdale Suites. I think somebody thought doing a Moxie Hotel was a good idea, but we overruled that voice. And wringing our hands for some months, we did sign a letter of intent with Starwood, and we set out to build what we thought should be the finest Element hotel in the Starwood system. So we'll leave it to our friends at Marriott to determine if we were successful in achieving that goal and formally defining the particular aspects of the Element brand. To me, what the Element Hotel is in fact the Element Santa Clara Hotel. If somebody asks me, what is Element? My new response is, it's a beautiful 175 key extended stay hotel, corner of Mission, College Boulevard, Montague Expressway in Santa Clara. You really need to go see it. Stay with us as long as you would like. So the building that we're standing in is the culmination of a tremendous amount of hard work by a diverse group of exceptionally talented people who pulled together as a team to make our vision a reality. Many of those people are here today, so to all of you collectively, I'd like to say a sincere thank you. Thank you, guys. It's awesome. Maybe we can give them a round of applause.